Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to complete everything in the Mariana's Veil update. And boom, we have to now build the submarine. So we're going to go ahead and start this whole entire update off at Roselet. And once you're at Roselet, we just got to go down here and talk to the scientist. And he's pretty much just going to tell you that we need to fix up this submarine. And to do that, he's going to give you a drill. All right, so once you get through all this dialogue, you should now have this drill. Okay, now with the drill, we're gonna have to drill for parts in these rocks. Now, I don't know if these rocks are client-sided. I believe everyone in the server will see the progress that you make on a rock, and they might be able to yoink it from you. I'm not too sure. They do spawn in pretty quick, but if it is annoying with a bunch of people trying to do this today with the update just dropping, then I recommend just hopping in a VIP server if you have one, or trying to find a server with like no one in it. All right, so we just got to install this, and then before we can actually take off with it, we got to talk to the scientist again, and he'll just let us spawn the submarine. And there we go. The veil is now opening, and we can now hop in our submarine and head on down. Now, keep in mind, there is 5 bestiaries, and with that, there is a lot of upgrading you're going to have to do to your submarine through this whole process from what I've learned. So we have quite a bit of a journey ahead of us. So let's go ahead and hop inside of our submarine here and head on down. All right, and here we are. We're gonna go ahead and approach up top, and now we are down here in Volcanic Vent, and we're here. So first off, before we do anything, let's go ahead and set our spawn here at the Innkeeper, because if you die during this process, you're gonna have to come all the way back down, and it's a long ride. So let's go ahead and set our spawn here at the Innkeeper. And now we're gonna go ahead and upgrade to get the heat upgrade and the Glimmer Fin suit. So we're gonna have to get a lava crystal, Inferno hide, the Blisterback Blenny, and the Infernal Iguana Fish. So these 3 will actually get when we follow this path down here, but we're gonna go ahead and just get the lava crystal first, since you can get those right here when you first arrive. So we're gonna go ahead and mine these until we get at least 1 lava crystal, which I believe this is all this drops. So yeah, there we go. We got our lava crystal. I'm gonna favorite that in the inventory, and now we got to follow the cave all the way down, and we got to do some fishing for the other 3 ingredients. Now, I do recommend to have some garbage on you, because one of the items you do want to have a little bit lower luck to grab it, but the other ones are easier to get if you have a high luck fishing rod. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump across this. We got to be careful, because if you touch the lava, you will burn. It does not insta-kill you in this section, but it will do quite a bit of damage if you keep falling in it, so just keep that in mind. We will come up to this big open area here where you can actually buy the new volcanic rod. All right, so here's the volcanic rod. It's 300,000 for 30% lure speed, 90% luck, 0.1 control, and 50% resilience. That will give you a molten enchant pretty much on your fish, and it actually gives you quite a bit of money. So that is a good money-making rod right there from what I've heard. All right, we got the Infernal Iguana Fish. Now we have to get that blister back, and then we have to get the Infernal Rod. So I think real quick, to try to get that Infernal Hide, I'm going to go ahead and use a not as good rod for a minute here. Reinforced rod's probably fine. Doesn't have the best luck. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the garbage on it. There we go. We got the hide, and now I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my Heaven's Rod, and let's just buy some luck boosts real quick so we get that big boy that we need. Here we go. There's our blister back. All right, so to make this quick, we're just gonna go ahead and hop in the lava and die so we can go right back to the innkeeper so we don't have to travel all the way back to that cave. And now we can go ahead and craft this. So let's go ahead and grab our materials here. Blister back Benny. You could go on the podium. We got that lava crystal. You can also go on the podium, and then we just got to put that inferno hide on. Perfect. There we go. So we've obtained the heat upgrade, and we now have the Glimmerfin suit level 1. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Glimmerfin suit on. And then real quick, here's the bestiary for all those things that you need. The inferno hide. Again, this is recommended to use trash for. The iguana fish, insects, windy, nighttime, and the blisterback, clear weather, day, summer, and fish heads. So at the time of recording this, I didn't know, but you actually have to catch 3 secret fish in order to complete this entire update and go through all 5 bestiaries and get to the boss fight. So before you actually leave the volcanic vents, if you want to go through all 5 bestiaries, I recommend fishing in that lava pool until you actually get the magma leviathan. It is a very rare catch, but you need to catch all 3 secret fish, starting with the magma leviathan in the volcanic vents. And then the next area we're going to is called the Challenger's Deep, and there you'll have to catch the frozen leviathan, which is the next secret fish. And then after Challenger's Deep, when we go to the abyssal zenith, you'll have to catch the crowned anglerfish, which is the 3rd and final secret fish. And all of these secret fish will eventually be used to open a door, which we'll get to in a bit. All right, we're here, next shipwright, and we have our next podium to upgrade. And first things first, yet again, we're gonna go ahead and talk to the innkeeper to set our spawn here. So I believe these 2 will be in the fishing area yet again, and then we can just go ahead and grab the ice crystal right here with the drill. There we go, we finally got an ice crystal. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and head through the ice cave now. You're gonna grab those, grab the Cairo skin and the polar prowler. Alright, so we're looking on our temp is looking decent, warm enough. I don't know. Temperature is always looking. But we're gonna go through the state now and get to our next fishing spot. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and get some of this stuff that we need. All right, there's the polar prowler. Perfect. And then I'm going to try to use garbage again and see if that just gets us that skin that we need again. There we go. We got the Cairo skin. I forgot to show you that you can actually buy the Challenger's route right here for 2.5 million. Lower speed 80%, luck 110%, control 0.2, resilience 30%. All right, so now that we're back at the podium here, let's go ahead and grab all of our ingredients. We got the ice crystal. We're gonna just throw this on here. The Cairo skin. And boom, upgraded. Glimmerfin suit level 2, and our submarine should be upgraded yet again, and we can head down to the 3rd bestiary. And we're now in the next section, which is the Abyssal Zenith. All right, so we got to get the Abyssal Bearded Sea Devil, the Void Glow Ghost Fish, and the Angler's Lantern. All right, so I'm assuming all these are just things I fish. All right, there we go. We got the Void Glow Ghost Fish. All right, there we go. We got our second one, the Abyssal Bearded Sea Devil. So we have our 2 fish. Now we just got to figure out how to feed to take the lantern. Let me just take a look here. We need to feed an orca or a kraken. All right, so shout out to my friend Hex, who actually was able to give me some orcas. And now it should be good to feed one of these guys to get the lantern. So I'm going to go ahead and get my flippers ready. All right, I'm gonna grab this one's lantern before he drowns and before the other one wakes up and kills me. So yeah, it looks like having 2 orcas or 2 krakens or 1 of each is best for this. But there we go. We have the Angler's Lantern. And there we go. We're all upgraded to Glimmerfin Suit level 3 and the Deep upgrade, which we can go to the next spot in the bestiary. All right, so to get to the next layer, it's gonna take forever to go all the way out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go back to Roselet, and we're gonna go ahead and just respawn our submarine up here just to make this easier, because the caves literally take forever to go through, and I'm not gonna go all the way back up, especially after going to that final layer. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're just gonna start from the top, go down, and then we're gonna make our way to the calm zone. Now I do have some GPS cords that we could follow here just to make it a little bit easier. And here we are in the calm zone. All right. Oh, my submarine just completely exploded. All right. But here's the calm zone, which is the next bestiary area. So there's a couple fish in here that you could start trying to collect, but there are no secret fish in this one that you need to collect. Those were in the previous 3 zones. Also in this area, there are no NPCs and there are no fishing rods from what I've seen. So, or no upgrades at least. So before you come into the zone and you plan to go into zone 5, let's make sure that you have those 3 secret fish that you need. And the quickest way to get here, since there's no NPC, is honestly setting your spawn back at the Challenger's Deep. And from there, you can come right back down here. All right, then if we pass these colorful waterfalls and go back here where this cave is. So there's a bigger cave up ahead. We have some parkour right here. These will fall, so let's not, okay. Well, all right, so I do want to apologize that I don't have any footage beyond this point of the gate opening and the boss fight. I have been up all night trying to get this video done, and I'm also getting very sick. So I'm gonna do the best that I can to explain the rest of this. So first off, as I explained earlier, you want to get those 3 secret fish: the magma leviathan, the crowned anglerfish, and the frozen leviathan. Once you get all 3 of these fish and you do complete that obby that I failed at, you should come across this, which is a large gate. You will have to put down in the appropriate spots the frozen leviathan, the crowned anglerfish, and then the magma leviathan. Now, once these 3 are placed in the right spots, this gate will open and you can continue forward. Once you pass this gate, there's going to be another area of the calm zone, and then eventually you'll be in a little chamber area with a puzzle where you're going to see 4 Scylla heads. This wiki page has some good info here, but it pretty much says each statue begins at the start of the line. Each statue has a randomized correct position each time the puzzle is started. Pushing the statue from behind pushes it forward, from the front pushes it backwards. When a statue is in the correct position, it will light up green, and the player will have 1 minute from the moment the first statue is moved to place all 4 statues correctly. And if the player is too slow, the puzzle will reset and will be on cooldown for a few minutes. So here is the puzzle area. So you have to move these statues and put them in the right spots within a minute, and if you do that correctly, you can move on to the Scylla boss fight. Now, in this Scylla boss fight area, you will see that you can jump down to a door that's going to teleport you to a waiting room, and you must wait for the boss fight to start with some other players. Now, the Scylla has 4 heads, each of which will fire different fireballs at the player, and during the battle, if you are hit by all 4 separate fireballs, you will die and respawn at the chessboard puzzle, so make sure to be dodging those fireballs. Also, during the boss fight, the player must travel around the chamber to collect the crossbow base, crossbow bow, and crossbow arrow, which here are the coordinates to all of those 3 locations. And once you actually collect all of those, you will craft this crossbow, and it will cue a cutscene where you actually kill the Scylla. And the boss fight will then end, and you will have completed all of Mariana's Veil update. Now, one more part to note is that if you do fall in the water when you have one of these pieces, or when you have 2 of these pieces, your whole entire inventory of those items will be lost. So you have to make sure that you collect all of these items for the crossbow without touching the water. But hopefully this little quick Wikipedia read through helps you complete the rest of the event. I'm sorry I wasn't able to actually show it in this video. Hopefully this video helped you guys and you enjoyed. If it did help you, drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.